Hello and welcome to the channel. I'm the Coins Monster. What's up guys, thank you for tuning in. Today we are going to go over the second part of the stream. Okay, the first part was yesterday, and I did mention that Bitcoin had something up its sleeve. Alright, at least it felt that way by looking at the charts. Alright, now today I'm going to review with you what I mentioned last night, okay, and explain where I see Bitcoin possibly going to in the coming days, maybe a week or two. Okay. Yo, Trade Intuition, my man, thanks for coming in, buddy. Hope you're doing good. Alright, so you can see on my screen here, I still got the chart from Bitcoin. Alright, now I'm going to keep this chart on CoinTrader Pro, alright, because I do get a bit more data on it. Now excuse the mess, but I am going to reset everything and work fresh, alright, to the best I can. Alright, so you're going to go zoom in, and we are going to start by what I did when Bitcoin was still going in the dumps, okay, starting 3 months ago. Alright, so the fractal you see on the screen, this fractal is from 2018, okay, this fractal is from 2018. Now, what was different is the second double bottom. As I said yesterday, we did not get a double bottom on Bitcoin. Okay, now we've had double bottoms plenty of times throughout this bull cycle. Okay, so we got double bottom right here, we had a double bottom right here, we had a double bottom right here, and then we had a small double bottom right here. Okay, but these double bottoms, they have been almost to the same level. Okay, maybe a very small higher low, but right here, as you can see, just kind of bounced and started to follow the uptrend straight up. Alright, so that's why I thought it got deviated from this fractal. Right? So what does that mean for Bitcoin? Well, there is a possibility Bitcoin is now playing out this little fractal right here. Okay, this little fractal. And this fractal is actually from its own drop right here in June and July. Okay, that's the dip we got, and there might be a chance that Bitcoin is playing out this fractal, but just on a bigger scale. Okay, so I think that's the trick that all these whales and the market makers, they had up their sleeve, because today there was a CPI release. Okay, so the interest rates have gone up, and the inflation has gone up as well. It's at all-time high, okay, since 1980s. And Bitcoin is supposed to be a hedge against inflation. So what I am seeing on the charts is that the news has actually got nothing to do with Bitcoin, okay, because everything in trading is based on the charts. Okay, the market makers know exactly when to release the news. They know exactly when to make their entries on the low, and it always comes, bullish news comes out later, bearish news comes out before. Right? It's just something strange that always goes on, but I think I might have been able to pinpoint the secretness that there was. Alright, now because this got deviated from 2018 fractal, this is now sidelined. Okay, what I do see in Bitcoin is that there might be a chance of a bigger 5-wave structure that is playing out currently. Okay, and this is what I mentioned last night as well. So we had the first wave down, second wave up, third wave that's down up in here, fourth wave, and then the fifth wave. Okay, there are subwaves within these waves. Alright, so that is why there might be a chance that this is the fourth wave. Now we don't know where the fifth wave is going to lead us. Alright, we just have to be patient and wait. Let's see what that thing does. Okay, but we do need a higher low. What I see on the charts is that we need a higher low. This move on Bitcoin was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 daily candles in green. Okay, that is huge. 7 daily candles in green on Bitcoin it's a strong move. I mean, the last time we had that was right up in here. Okay, as soon as it started to move out in July, so we had the first, second, third, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, almost 11 days with straight up green candles before it started to retrace. Okay, so we are on that same level. We had about a week or 8 days with green candles, nothing but green. Okay, now one other thing is that I saw today is my plan for Bitcoin dominance, as I have gone through it previously in the streams, is that dominance was flagging. Okay, dominance was flagging, and it looks like it wants to break out of this bull flag right here. Okay, it wants to break out of this bull flag. So it breaks out. The measured move of this zone is still sitting at my purple box right there, 43% to 44%. Okay, that's where my measured move is, and it does look like it can hit it. Okay, it does look like it, because there is confluence on the RSI as well. This is also a bull flag, and the stochastics are almost set to the bottom, which means they can get one more little push up before it starts to retrace. And the histogram is not close to the zero level, which means the strength is kind of gaining back to the upside. So we just have to be patient and wait. But I do think this is possible before dominance gets a rejection. Okay, now this is the triple bottom, and because of this triple bottom, I thought there was a big chance Bitcoin dominance could go to the upside. Right. Now that's why we took a bunch of trades. The trading group that we have, we took a bunch of trades, and it was all during this little small period right here. Okay, as soon as dominance crashed about 3%, it was good enough for the altcoins in our trades to move up at least on average of 40%, maximum of 70%. Okay, so Bitcoin drop right now would mean that everything is dependent on Bitcoin, and it coincides with the dominance, okay, which is not good for the altcoins at this very moment. I'm not bearish at all. Okay, do not get me wrong, I'm not bearish at all. I'm just saying that this is the move that's necessary on Bitcoin. Alright, so to get back to this, alright, here we go. Okay, so the 5 waves that we spoke about. Now there is a chance we might take this and go back to $30,000. Okay, it's a possibility, not a guarantee. It's a possibility, and I'll show you why. Yesterday I did mention that one of the people I follow, he showed me a pretty cool thing, is the 5 waves structure within the total of 7 waves. Okay, so you got the 1, the 2, 3, this is the 4th, and then the 5th wave. Alright, so the 6th wave goes back up to the height of wave 4 and then eventually crashes down. Now this would have been a possibility if Bitcoin actually hit the 200-day moving average on 48k, but since it hasn't, I'm going to call the bottom for Bitcoin sitting around 37k. Okay, that's where I would assume the bottom is for Bitcoin, because this structure right here with the 7 waves actually does play out in a smaller range. Okay, I don't think, if this plays out, I don't think we will take out the low of 32,800. Okay, that is what I see on Bitcoin at this very moment. So you have the first wave, second, third, fourth, fifth, Now the sixth wave goes back to the height of wave 4, breaks it slightly, and then eventually comes back down. Alright, so that's the 7 waves theory. Now it's pretty cool because it has happened before. It happened right here in the drop in June and July. Now it's going to happen again here. It's a possibility. Okay, so this is what I am seeing on Bitcoin. The 7th wave will be capitulation. Alright, and that will mean it's the bottom for all these little altcoins, and it's going to reset everything, give us some nice entries. Now I want you to focus on something here. I'm going to show you now. I'm going to delete all this wave structure right here. Okay, now see, people are going to say, okay, you know what, you're going to go into a bunch of videos. If Bitcoin starts to drop again, you're going to go to YouTube and look for a bunch of YouTubers and I was looking for some answers, and that's cool. That's cool. It's respectable. But the only reason why you would do that is because you don't see the clear picture. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to show you few key things that will make you not to panic. Okay, no matter what happens. Right? So here we go. I'm going to take this trend line and drag it down here. Alright? Now, if Bitcoin does drop back here, even if it's to drop down to 32,000 and break the previous low of 32,800, let's say it goes down to 30k. This is eventually testing the drop trend line, the breakout of this trend line. Okay, so it's still a bullish breakout, but we always have to come back and retest it. It's just the way it works. Okay, so never panic. And yesterday I did mention to have your stop losses because there might be something tricky about Bitcoin. Okay, and that was the reason why. Just plain green candles, all basically in a straight line up. So it was only to be expected that Bitcoin was going to take out some stop losses. Okay, now when this does come back down, I don't know when it's going to be, I don't know where it's going to be. All I can do is just kind of start to pinpoint certain areas, which I will do with you just in a second. Hey Saya, how are you? Thank you for coming in. Alright, so let's go to the Bitcoin chart. Now, you see I have all the work still put up in here. Okay, now I am going to zoom in and I'm going to show you something on the fractal, because sometimes it is not easy to see the play until it hasn't played out yet. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do now. I'm going to show that fractal theory so I can show you what it looks like. Alright, so we have Bitcoin going up. Alright, now it's done a double top. This fractal kind of shows you the idea how it can play out. Okay, so it's dropping round about to $40,000. Okay, it's down to $40,000, and that is where I would expect Bitcoin to kind of stop at the very moment. Okay, but these are all the targets. So 39,700, 39,100, 38,200, and 37,200. These are all measured moves by the Fibonacci levels. Okay, Bitcoin can drop at any of those levels, and if I had to guess where it could drop to, I would say 38,000 is a definite possibility. Now it's still a higher low. 38,000 is still a higher low, and that is what we need. Now if you go back 2 weeks and watch my stream before Bitcoin actually started to go up, I did mention we will go up, but we will need to come down for a higher low on a bigger time frame, and that is what we are doing right now. Okay, hence my reason for asking you not to panic. Okay, so if Bitcoin does drop, the first drop is right here, $40,000, and I think it's going to hold for a bit. Okay, and the measured move is about $40,000 as well. Now this is going to play out the bearish divergence, the extended on the RSI and the stochastics. Okay, so we just have to be patient. And look at this. I'm going to clear up the RSI. Look, as I have mentioned in my previous streams, it was in a bullish pattern, and that is a falling wedge, but most likely it was going to get rejected from this top trend line. The breakout will only come when it kind of flags out like this. Okay, and this little structure right here, I will highlight this for you. This little structure is going to print a higher low for us on the bigger time frame. Okay, so that is what I'm expecting of Bitcoin. Now it tried to break above to the previous move, and this was this trend line right here, okay, which I had already drawn. Now once it did that, it basically got exhausted. Okay, once it gets exhausted, there is no chance it's going to go and break $58,000 without retesting a higher low. It just doesn't work that way. Okay, so that is what Bitcoin is doing, in my humble opinion, and I think it's a good thing. Okay, I really do think it's a good thing. All right, now look at this. We'll go to the bottom. I had this trend line dropped. Okay, I did say 33,000 was a possibility before Bitcoin actually dropped from $40,000, and it did hit that. It was the bottom trend line right here, okay, which is extended all the way to December, right? So it's been respecting this trend line, and I think this bounce all the way up to my targets of $55 to $58 and $60,000 can come once we get a higher low above this little zone right here, this little key zone. Okay, so anywhere it wants to bottom at, flag out, it will be good for us, and then we can start making some laddered buys, dollar cost averaging, and just wait for the alt season to come. Okay, so basically I'm expecting it to come from this arrow section right here. Okay, right here. Now this play can take maybe 7 days, maybe 14, hey, maybe it can take 21 days, but to me that just means we just bought ourselves more time. Okay, that's what, to me, it's what the charts are saying. All right, and there we go. I'm gonna put this top right here, and the second fractal puts it down about 37,000, which is also the measured move on the fibs. Okay, so everything is kind of confluent at this point, but no matter what happens, we do need that higher low. Okay, trading at this point with Bitcoin dominance going up and with Bitcoin coming down, it's not really ideal. Okay, there's also one key thing that happens. Bitcoin dominance can be only dropped heavily if Bitcoin is coming down. Okay, that's one key thing that nobody notices, right? Because Bitcoin was going up in the last couple of days, Bitcoin dominance was going down, was going sideways. It didn't come down. Right now, in the previous cycles, when Bitcoin was actually going up, Bitcoin dominance was going up, Bitcoin was going up as well, but the only thing that could bring it down was Bitcoin itself, and it happened 3 times this cycle. So that's where I figured out that Bitcoin is the only thing that can actually drop dominance itself. All right, and it just doesn't drop by itself. It hasn't happened. I've gone back through about a year and a half. It just doesn't happen on its own. Bitcoin goes sideways, Bitcoin dominance goes sideways. All right, and that's after dropping. It doesn't go down while the Bitcoin is going sideways. It just doesn't happen. All right, so that's Bitcoin in a nutshell. All right, and one of my guys in the trading group asked me for KDA, so I couldn't respond to him early on, but I did put a chart in my trading group, basically kind of calling dollar cost averaging buy zones that will be possible for Bitcoin, for KDA, and I do like it. All right, and we're gonna go with XRP because that for me is gonna be a key coin this cycle. All right, now I think XRP can happily retrace all the way up down to about anything between 67 and 75 cents. I want to put a buy zone right there. All right, that is going to be the range where I'm going to dollar cost average into it personally, because that's what the chart is telling me. All right, so now that we have confirmed our top and bottom, so the bottom was 54, top is 91, right? Yeah, according to Fibonacci's, 67 cents, 68 cents are all the buy zones. That's the start. So that's going to range after that, and I do expect a big breakout after it comes back down. All right, because XRP is one of these coins that does go up every bull cycle, right? So that's why I'm betting on XRP. I'm not an XRP maximalist. I just like the coin and the trade. I do believe in the project because it's decent, and it's something funny going on because, you know, the market makers, they do what they want to do and they want to wreck you for some time. But look, people thought XRP was dead when it dropped all the way from 85 cents to 17 cents. It still went back above $1, almost $2. It hit 198. Okay, so no doubt it can go higher. And my bet is at least $4 is the bare minimum I'm expecting for XRP. Okay, that's my bare minimum, and maximum is about $8 to $10. But we'll see. Take it step by step. But this fractal right here kind of puts it, you know, gives it a nice breakout. So, right. So today, guys, I'm not going to talk about the buy zones for any particular coin because, to be honest, nothing is ready. Okay, nothing is. And I wanted to come down today and say that nothing is ready to buy into. Okay, not even to find the buy zones. Because the play has not yet started. It's just starting. It's just about to start because Bitcoin has just started to drop. Alright, everything is way overextended. No matter what coin you look at, they're all representing the same pattern as Bitcoin. Look, this is the pattern for Bitcoin. Now, we'll look at DOT. Same pattern for DOT. Right. Now, OMG. Got similar pattern on OMG. This is about to break down. By the way, this was one of my calls. That's one coin that I can recommend to look at. Okay, not to buy, to look at. I'm not a financial advisor, do not get me wrong, because this is the coin that I have studied for about 6 weeks. So yeah, I've had the entries at about $3.5 and $4.5. All right, so I do think we can hit that zone pretty much again and then blast off to the upside. Okay, that's what the chart says to me, and I do like the project as well. I really do like it. It's a scaling solution, and people don't really talk about it. It's a dinosaur coin. Right? It's from 2017, 2016, God knows when, but people don't talk about it, you know, because it's not metaverse or something. But it goes up steadily. That's the key, you know. I mean, if you're a holder and you just only thing you're looking for is some gains, right? But you don't have time to keep tracking your coins. It goes up 100%, and then it goes down suddenly 40% retrace. And then a week later it goes down, goes up 300% again. You don't have time for that. Right, that's fine. You don't need to have time for that. You can just go with a coin that pumps steadily, you know, for a month, 2 months. Don't even have to track it. And that's what OMG does. Look at this. It's a beautiful structure right here. Right? It's a great wave. Okay, it went up, came down, steady. And up, came down, steady. Now what's the next? Go up again. So that's one coin that I do push here. Okay, and it was one of my calls, and I called it from the bottom from about $4 almost. It went all the way up to 560. It was a brilliant 40% gain on average. Alright, so imagine what it can do later on. I think it can go all the way up to the top here, $20 something, just almost a 4x. Yeah, it's not much, but at this stage of the bull cycle, finding a 100x coin is a bit too late. I'll be honest with you. Alright, but 4x, I mean, that's if you have spare cash, right? This is a coin that you want to look into. Project wise, is safe. Right, there's a lot of volume behind it every time it starts to pump, and it's a decent project. Right, so that's one coin that I'm carrying in the bull run as well, alongside of XRP. Now, this is one call that I wanted to post in the trading group, but I didn't feel like it was kind of ready. It was gonna hit the stop loss. It was most likely. I just gotta be patient for it. And one coin that I actually forgot to post was EPS. It actually went up huge. It went up huge. And I was looking at it about 18 cents, but hey, you know what you're going to do. But I have looked into the project. I do like it. I do like what I read about the project. There's a video coming out in about 2 or 3 days. Okay, just waiting on the editing. But I do like what I see. And I do not doubt this will do a higher low like that, some sort of a thing, and just bounce and pop crazy high. Alright. It can take a month, it can take maybe 2, but it's a great project. I mean, look at this. It's all-time high. We don't even know where that is. It's only a wick all the way up to $22. Right? But even if we get to halfway across the all-time high, that's $2.43. Imagine the work it can do. 935% gains on average, and that's not even catching at the bottom. If you catch the bottom around 18 cents, it's a 1200% gains. Alright, so look out for this. I think it's a good project. I really do think so. Now, Ethereum. Now, people do ask me about Ethereum, okay? And I think Ethereum is just about, it needs a retracement as well. Look, again, the same pattern as Bitcoin. Again, the same pattern as Bitcoin. Okay, it failed to take out this low this high right here. This previous one, huge rejection point. It will need a retracement and a higher low. I think it can come back down to like about 2,500 one more time before it actually goes up. But I'll be honest, Ethereum, I think the max it can go to this cycle is about 5,500. Alright, so if you get it around 2,400, 2,500, I think you only can get about 100% gains, slightly above it. Alright, so yeah, I think we just need to be patient. There's a little bit more of a drop coming. Thank God we nailed it yesterday, because otherwise most of my trading group would have been wrecked. They all had stop losses, man. They all had stop losses. It's brilliant. It's absolutely brilliant when you get one step ahead of the market makers. One step ahead of the market makers can save you a ton of money. So it's absolutely beautiful. Alright. Now, one coin that I am going to talk about, I have made a video on this, is C98. It started to pump today. It did start to pump today. And I think it's a coin that is definitely worth a lookout, because I mean, the chances of the gains are huge. Right? It's huge. I mean, to its all-time high, and usually it breaks it, right? It's about to my maximum target is about 400% gains. Right? I think I can still get it a bit below. I think about $1.60. We can get it at about $1.60. To my max target, that's about 500% gains. Right? People don't talk about it much, but that's because nobody looks at these. Right? There's always volume on this thing. Once it goes up, there's huge volume. Nobody wants to accumulate this down here. But I've talked about the project. I think it has a good potential. I really do think it has potential. Right? And C98, Coin 98, $9.8. That's what I'm going for. That's my max target. Right? Look at that. $9.8 to the dot on 4.236 fib extension. Alright, this is no joke. This is no coincidence that it comes out to be that, and the pattern is playing out as good. Alright, there is literally no coincidence. Pull the fib from this top to this bottom, it goes up. 4.236 extension, 9.8 to a T. Alright, so watch for this coin. I think you can do some serious gains. And now Luna. People talk about Luna. Many people have requested in the trading group to do some TA on Luna. Right, I think I can get it way down below, about $37, somewhere around about there. Right, I already have this work planned out, and I'm gonna post the trade once it's ready. But what I thought Luna was going to do is play out the fractal from FTT. People called for FTT to go to $200. It was insane. It was never going to $200 that easy. Right? It was never going to $200 that easy. Look. I'll be honest, I did lose some money. But once I lost that money, I figured out the TA. And I said, I'm not going to make any buy in FTT. Nor Luna. Because Luna had the same structure as FTT did. Alright, so you got this drop, and look at that. Alright, look at this. Right there. So it's not going to play out exactly as it did, but most likely it comes back down with this Bitcoin drop. Okay, so 37, 35, I would look to set my alerts actually above it. Let's just say to the previous low, which is $43, $44. Set alert around there somewhere and just wait it out, see where it bottoms. But it does look like it has had plenty of money pushed into it, and it's all speculation. It can easily come back down to $33, $34. Look, fractal and the Fibonacci's, that's confluence. Plus on the weekly, it's exhausted. Look, the move is just about to start. This bearish momentum is just about to start. Alright, so we have a little bit more of a drop left, maybe a couple of weeks of accumulation, and then it goes back to the upside. But Luna is not a coin that I would personally put a big chunk of money into in hopium of it giving me 300% gains. Right, it's a big cap. It's going to take a lot of money to move it, and while other coins are flying 300, 400, 500,000% gains, not many will be interested in Luna, even though it's a great project. I will not lie to you. All right. Let's put the music back again. Alright, so we did Ethereum, we did Bitcoin dominance. Now let's check USDT dominance. That's something that was kind of failed me. just a little bit, but maybe not. Actually, maybe not. Let's try it. Alright, look, this thing is bouncing as well. Alright, this thing is bouncing as well. So maybe just about a double top on this thing before it actually decides to drop, or something around there somewhere. If Bitcoin is going to come down, many people are not going to have altcoins bought up. Okay, they will be patiently waiting while this thing is ready to drop. Okay, that's a bearish harmonic. Alright, a bearish harmonic typically break to the downside. So as soon as this thing is done, we don't know when it's going to drop. Alright, but we do know it's going to drop. And why I've said it before, it just looks like Bitcoin. Alright, this is a Wyckoff distribution, so it's gonna come back down. And when altcoins are flying, I think it can even come back down to this low right here. I wouldn't be surprised. Eventually, in time, of course. But this thing is gonna drop massive, massive drop. So just have to be patient on this one. Now, okay. In the next couple of streams, heading up to the alt season, I will show you a couple of tricks and tips I'll share with you to explain why I think Bitcoin is actually gonna go over 55, hit 58 or 60k, and then come back down. Alright, go into the bear market for a couple of years. Now, Tezos is another one of those coins, okay, that I do like. It's just beautifully starting its uptrend. Look, this is what I have been waiting for the altcoins to do. Right, we did take the trades, we didn't go overboard like taking 50-60 coins. It just took maximum of 12, right? And that is it. We got 40%. Now we just be patiently wait. As soon as these altcoins hit a higher low, right there, that's where the accumulation ends. Personally, for me, okay, you get a higher low, I'm buying my altcoins that I need. Right? I'm not gonna go dollar cost averaging, saying, oh, okay, it dropped $4, I'll buy some. Oh, 380, I'll buy some more. No, nothing like that. I have to wait for this higher low, confirmation low, which is called confirmation low, and then I'll make my move. Right? So this is how trading is actually done, and this is learned by countless mistakes made throughout the bull run as a beginner, but eventually we caught on to it, and now we are successful traders. Alright guys, if you have any altcoins that you want me to take a look at, I'll be happy to do so. Alright, so just drop me a list in the comment section. Alright, Syscoin. I do like Syscoin. It has had a beautiful run up. Alright, but if you guys are looking for a trade, this is not a hold call. It's not financial advice either, but this is just something that I see happening. Right, a strong bounce that I see happening. Syscoin can bounce between 58 and 68 cents and go back to the upside for 100% gains. Alright, they usually do that. Go do a double top round about there somewhere. Double top, lower high, and then crash. Alright, so I will post something when it's ready. I'll post it in the trading room just to make some extra gains. But yeah, like I said before guys, I just wanted to be here with you to share this Bitcoin thing that I saw yesterday, and I asked every single person, even people who were just watching the stream, that were new to the streams, I said to keep the stop losses because I thought there was something tricky ongoing with Bitcoin. Alright, it just so happens CPI was released today, so I block out all these news because news gets into your head. It makes you fearful, and once it makes you fearful, you can't think, and if you can't think, you can't make the right calls, and when you can't make the right calls, most likely you will FOMO, and when you FOMO, you lose money. So that is why charting, learning to chart, is absolutely essential. Okay, and trading with stop loss, right? That again is a key. All right, so this is the Bitcoin trick. I do not know what fractal it is that they want to play out. Okay, I do not know if it's this one right here, or if it's this one right here. Either way, we're good. Okay, I've said before, either way it wants to do. Look, if it goes up just slightly more and then comes back down, like it's already done the double top, it comes back down, confirmation low at 37,000, we're still good. Alright, that's a confirmation low. Just have to be patient and see, because at this point, with everything just coming kind of down and with having no pattern, besides the fact that the indicators are extended on the daily time frame, which means that's going to take about 7 days to 10 days to cool off. Alright, there is no point in just finding the trades. Alright, because you can't do it. Thing is, you can't do it. There is nothing certain. Right? Look, there's nothing certain. C98 is one of the only coins that I can see it actually doing something for now, but even that's tricky. Alright? Look, extended, crashed. Alright, they're all gonna come back down right here. Cody, same thing. Bart Simpson's double top, even though I thought it was going to be a reversal pattern, and did not post this trade, even though I saw it breaking out. I could not ask people to risk it with the fact that the dominance was about to break out the bull flag. Alright, now that with that, alongside the fact that it's just hit the top trend line again and got rejected, there was just no go. I mean, Cody's a great buy. It had 20 something cents. 2018, that would be absolutely terrific buy. I mean, this thing can do some serious work. Alright, I do see it doing some serious work, honest. Yeah, Saya, HDR, I'll look at it for you, but I already have the buy zones for HDR. Hold on, I'll share it with you now. Hold on. Alright, so there we go. 886, yeah, 22.18 cents. That's where I would look to get into Cody. Alright, because that's kind of the bottom with the higher low. Alright, so this is the low from July, and this will be the low, which is the higher low than this one. Alright, then we look for a retrace. Now Cody, I do like Cody. Now I'll show you why I like Cody, because it's looking great on the BTC pair, right? And let's go with this thing right here. I think it can go above $1. Okay, and that's pretty decent target, right? That's pretty decent target. From this low all the way up to the max target, it's about 400% gains. Okay, so Cody is a great project. I've talked about this before. It's a great project, and I think it will do some work. It will definitely do some work. Now, Saya, I did not want to give you this before in the trading group, because even though I thought this was a chance that this fractal could play out, but Bitcoin was looking too risky, right? So HTR for hold, I think you can get it at a better price. But in terms of better price, hold on, let me check. Yeah, about 58-60 cents. Yeah, 50 to 70 cents, let's face it. That's where I would buy, because I don't know, it's just, it will be risky to buy anything below that, because that just means it's in a bear trend. Okay, but for hold, I would let it drop maybe about 50 cents, let it bounce, catch it around 60 to 70 cents would be the buy zone for me. That's how safely I would trade this thing. I love the project, but I've seen this pattern before. Okay, so if it breaks this completely, it's down, it's going down, down, down. And even though I believe in the project, I think it can still go back up. I would wait for it to hold 60 cents. That's a key level. 60 cents is a key level for me on HTR. Now, I did take the trade. I posted it for the trading group, and we made about 35-40% gains. Actually, no, hold up. How much is that from the bottom? I actually posted the thing at the bottom. 50%. I actually got 50% on HTR. $0.60 for me is key level. Alright. Now, otherwise, I'll have to wait and see how it holds. If it breaks 60 cents, I will have to watch for this range. Okay, something similar to this, right up in here. Again, it's a waiting game, but you can't do anything besides that. Okay, so this is kind of what I'm looking for, holding for 60 cents. All right, I would buy it personally, right up in here. All right, let it range, let it hold the levels. Higher, low, and then bam, it's all the way to the upside. I love HTR, I really do. But let's see the weekly. Okay, so weekly does look like it wants to come back down a little bit more. Yeah, I think it can take a month. Alright, this move right here is only 25-30% down. Maybe it needs about another month before it starts to go back to the upside. Alright. So man, I did nail the Bitcoin drop, didn't I? This was good. Saved people a lot of money. Saved people a lot of money, and I hope that every single person who got into the stream yesterday, all the newcomers who were watching it, the ones who watched on replay, they put their stop losses in place, man. And look at this. This is insane what they do to you, don't they? Look at this. Tweets up tops, and bam. It's not just a green candle with a wick, it's a bloody red candle. Huh, that's funny, bloody red. Okay, look. And, well, anyhow, it's done. We nailed it. Yes, I have 1 month. But hey, look. Bitcoin is gonna drop in 10 days, right? All the charts have to be ready in about 10 days. They have to accumulate for another 10 days, and they can start going up in the next 10 days, so it's already a month, right? So just gotta wait. Alright, I'm gonna have to delete this and just wait. Because Link, there might be a chance we can get it back at $15. Maybe 1 or 2 more candles before we can determine the play. No problem, Si. That's what I'm here for. Alright. Right, sand. Nah, I love sand, but I wouldn't hold this for the bull cycle. I don't think it's ready. It's going to come back down at least to about $2. that's where I would look to get some, only to sell it back around 5. But it's not a coin that I would personally hold. Too crazy. Man, they're gonna dump this thing, aren't they? Yeah. Yeah, we nailed it. We nailed it. Now, bros, I do like this coin, but I have to wait for it to do a V-shaped recovery. Alright, let it come back down, break down around about here, 18 cents. Once it holds 18 cents, I will go back up to 40 cents. Right, or 36, that's going to be my target, will be quick 100% gains, and then sell it back up. Alright. You can set alerts, okay? You can set alerts, like for Rose, set alerts at 25. If it breaks that, be ready to get in at around 18 or 15 cents, something like that, because they always bounce from the fib levels. Okay, so yeah, look at this. Oh man, we nailed the drop, we nailed the stop losses. Oh Lord, thank you for teaching me the technical analysis. Alright, patience guys, that's all we need. Now keep your eyes out for API 3. Now I'm going to do some more study on it. I have a video recorded waiting on the editing. I will be releasing it pretty soon. Watch out for that video. And there's going to be a very good buy zone for API 3, and it's a good project. I think this bull cycle, huge gains this bull cycle. Alright, now just yesterday I recorded a video on GRT, which I think is going to do good, and it's going to be released soon. That is the first video I finished editing, and huge gains as well possible on GRT. Right, so that's the same way I'm expecting API 3 to do some huge gains. Right, I'm not going to go over 50 coins, 60 coins to just keep on holding, but only a select few. Now I don't know, yesterday there was a person in the stream, Stella. I remember she asked me about Matic. I told her I would not hold it, or at least I would keep a stop loss for now because of Bitcoin. And this is the reason why I want to keep the stop loss of Bitcoin, because of Bitcoin. Matic has had a huge bull run, but this looks like forcing the trades, and many people are so bullish that it doesn't work that easy. Okay, not anymore. And if it, most likely it does break this trend line, which is what I'm waiting to see. If it breaks this trend line, my target of $6 is negated. Okay, if it breaks this trend line. Now if it holds it, definitely can go up to $6. So Stella, if you're watching it on the replay, just keep an eye out for Matic. Alright, now everything is going to look at this the same pattern as Bitcoin. Right, it's absolutely the same, and it got rejected by the 55 moving average. Now we just have to wait. Most likely it comes back down, and then just kind of wait to see what it does. Alright, now Numeraire, I do like this coin. Look at this. This is a beautiful structure. I would not get into this now because there is absolutely no trend, no volume, And even though people sometimes say that, you know, falling price, falling volume is a reversal, and yes, that is true, but in this case, not just yet. Okay, not just yet. This is a clear double top. Rejection of the 55 moving average is going to be coming soon. This can take a while, but when it breaks above the 55 moving average, this can go up quite high. Alright, at least to the all-time high. And to the all-time high is sitting at about 10x. Okay, that's from 20 cents all the way up to $2 is a 10x, 11x. Okay, so keep an eye out. I picked this project because of the structure and the price action. Alright, so watch out for this thing. Now, yeah, you might be saying I'm spreading hopium and stuff, but I have read about the project. Okay, it's decent, and once it's cheap enough, it's gonna be pumped. Alright. Now, Epic is another one of the coins that I'm following. I have not posted this trade. Now, even though I was working on it, I did not post it. It just didn't look bullish enough to me. Alright, look at this. This is what I was saying. Okay, falling price, falling volume. The price didn't move. Okay, so it can only move to the upside when it's ready, and it just doesn't look like it because it doesn't have enough accumulation into it. Alright, so but keep an eye out for Epic. I think that they have a good roadmap. They have been completing their roadmaps on time, and they have some things coming up as well, so I think it can be good. Okay, but again, this is not a project that I would kind of hold personally, like a couple of $100,000 or maybe a couple of tens of thousands, but it's a trade that I would definitely take with some extra sideline cash that I have. Alright, and only when it's ready though, by the way. So keep that in mind. You only take trades when it's ready, because this can take maybe 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, who knows, maybe it doesn't go. Alright, but I do think it can, because it's a good project. It's working with NFTs, it's got a marketplace, and they only work with top gaming blockchain companies as well, like the premium ones I'm talking about. Alright, so keep an eye out on this. I have made a video on it. I'm just waiting to talk to some devs to clear out some doubts that I have about the tech. Alright, just to understand them a little bit better. But once it's done, I will be releasing this video. Just in case it needs editing, I didn't want to double post it to waste your time. Alright. Now Loka. Loka is one that needs a retracement. I think Loka can come back easily down to about 80 cents, 90 cents. I'm actually looking to get in around there somewhere. Okay, before I make a move. But Loka is gonna be a good one. League of Kingdoms. I made a video on it as well. You can go back and watch it. I called it when nobody was talking about it, nobody was looking at it. 70x in a week. 70x in a week. Alright, nobody was paying attention. It was on Binance Launchpad. Right, I talked about it on the stream as well before the video was released, just to get the information out ahead of time to you guys. Alright, and it did a 70x in a week. Right, so Eddie, thanks man, thanks for coming in. And yes, you are a monster, man. You are a monster. Come watch me live, become a monster. That should be my new saying. Become a crypto monster. Alright. YGG, I keep talking about this thing. It's not ready yet, I'm still waiting. Right? Now it's a trade that I did not post. One of the guys in the trading group messaged me, and I told him I checked on it 2 hours ago and it's not looking good. Right? But that's mainly because it got a heavier rejection than the other coins in comparison. So I kind of gave up on it. Right? I kind of gave up on that. But only until it does me a price structure. Higher low, consolidation phase, I can get in. But otherwise, I'm not touching it. It's just too much chop to go through. It's going to test a lot of patience, and I can deal with the patience, I just can't deal with the choppiness. right? What if, especially if I know it's coming, right? Because the price action is telling me the chart, the answer is on the chart right there. Okay, so that's why I decided to say not post it and wait until it gives me a good structure. Now I don't mind not catching the bottom. Like, it dropped all the way down to about 215, right? I don't mind not getting it at 215. I'll much happily buy at 270. And I actually bought it. I took a scalp on it at 280 and then sold it about 350. Right, that was a so small scalp. But I'd much rather take the higher low, and it's a secure confirmation. So that's what I'm waiting to do here as well. Now, speaking of gaming coins, DAR. I still have a work on it done, but look at this. They're still looking like YGG as well. Okay, it looks exactly the same now, which makes me think all these coins that have not actually had a bull cycle, they will pump hard. All right, they will pump hard. Now I'm gonna start fresh, just to share you my thought process. All right. So this is the trend line, the first top, the second top, and that is going to be my heavy rejection point marked by this arrow. Now, I'm going to take the Fibonacci's, and we're going to go from this level. Alright. So, even the Fibonacci's, they give me the targets back to the top of this trend line, all right, which is about $7 almost. So getting in at about $1 all the way up to $7 is like 700% gains. This can happen, all right? It definitely can. I'll show you why it can. Look. I'm going to take this fractal. I'm going to post it up in here. And then bam. Look how well that fits. Look how well that fits. It's all about pricing structure, and it's all about the coins. The coins, they always do the same thing. Every single time they do the same bloody thing, right? So we're waiting for this pricing structure to do, right? The price to come back down a little bit more, go back up, hit the 55 moving average as resistance, come back down for the final capitulation phase, and then blast off. All right, look, the fractal hits the Fibonacci's, right? So it can happen, never say no. But hey, modest targets, stick with the 2.618, 400% gains, right? I would take profits at 435%, and I'm happy with it. I will not leave it in hopium saying, oh, it's going to go up 700% just because I think it can, right? That's how I will play it. Alright, Eddie. Yes, you mentioned about bet. Alright, I'm sorry I didn't get to it yesterday, but I will do it for you now. Alright, VeChain. Disappointing. It's been disappointing this cycle, man. It's been disappointing this cycle. Now, at this point, I have half a mind of just longing VeChain or just buying VeChain at spot above 8 cents. If it holds 8 cents as support, it can go back up. But otherwise, it's just kind of, man, it's annoying. Look, besides, it's already done a 20x, 24x this cycle actually. 24x. So I'd much rather pick the coins that actually have not had their bull run yet, you know. But it does look like it wants to reaccumulate. I just don't know when the reaccumulation phase will end, though. That's the only issue with this. Like, no one knows when it's gonna end. Maybe a couple of weeks before it decides to break to the upside, but you know. And if anything, I would not hold VeChain anything above 70 cents, to be honest. Take my money. It's about a 10x, 12x from this current price. That's if it happens though. If it happens. Now, no speculation here. Just gotta wait on TA. Just as it looks like there's only barely any volume. Just trying to keep it around this price range. Okay, it's a massive range. It's a massive range. Now the same thing goes with Ziliqua. And yeah, the same thing. I think Ziliqua can hit about 40 cents. It can hit about 40 cents. But only if it gets enough momentum. This, it just doesn't have any strength at this very point. Now for Ziliqua, my entry targets would be anything above 7 cents. If it holds 7 cents as support, I would take it. If not, I would just leave it. It's an eternal range at this very point, and nobody knows. It can just keep going down right here. So it's tough to decide. I mean, this kind of looks like XLM. See? XLM has done absolutely nothing. Ever since it went all the way up to 70 cents, it's done nothing. A lot better coins, a lot more gaming coins, and a lot more DeFi coins that can actually do some serious work. Okay, instead of just going for all these cheap coins. Now TLM is one of those coins that I do like. It's another gaming coin, and I am holding a little bit of a position into it. I am holding a little bit of position into it. But short-term targets for me are 18 cents roundabout, and then wait for a retracement. That's how we would play TLM as well. I do believe in this thing. I have made a video on it as well. My targets are big, and do go back and watch this video. Alright, there has been updates because of more price action, but I do like what I see, and I do like what I see on the project as well. Alright, so the coins that I'm personally watching: TLM, YGG, DAR. As for gaming, these are the coins that I'm watching. Alright, there's a gem which will come in the next couple of streams. Alright, so do watch my streams, and I will give you gems here and there. Alright, Dreams is a gem that I gave a few days ago. That is another one of the that I'm watching now. The big caps: OMG, Tezos, Link, .xrp, and these are the main 5. There are a couple others, but I'll discuss them in the next stream. Alright, now let's see what Bitcoin is doing again before we get out of here. Alright, it did break the flag eventually. Alright, you just have to be patient and wait it out. Let's see what Bitcoin wants to do. But it does look like it wants to come down, and I hope it does, because we do need that retrace. We've been way overextended. Way overextended. And I'm not personally trading, nor I'm posting any calls in my trading group for the time being, unless the stochastics come down. Right, until the stochastics come down, I'm not going to touch any trades, because the momentum is bearish at this very point. Okay, it's gone up way too much. 8 consecutive days it's been green, and now it has to come down. Okay, that's a strong move. It's kind of looking like around the top. Same thing here. So at least for the next foreseeable future, maybe about a week, trading is going to be ridiculously tough, which is why I want to be patient. Alright guys, and thanks for watching. I just wanted to be here with you today because I did see my trades getting stopped out in profits. Right, so I assumed Bitcoin was going to come down, so I wanted to come here and support you guys as well. Alright, so thank you for your time. Like the video, hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you'll be notified on my upcoming videos and live streams. There will be gems. Okay, so stay tuned and watch the live streams. There's always something to learn in technical analysis, and it will make you a profitable trader. Alright, that is it guys. I'm gonna get out of here today. It's late here, about almost 1 AM. Right, stay tuned, stay safe, and stay blessed.